Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. This is your boy Legend Ronnie, and today we have mix of troops in the same march of the same tier, and how well are they trading. Is it worth it to put a little bit of T5s to empower your march and get really good trades? I'm gonna give you the answer in this video. I have tried the following marches on the field. I first used Scipio with Trajan. After that I went with Nebu and YSG, mix of troops. I only used a 25% expansion because what I cared more was the hospital bills. Is not necessarily the amount of kills that I will get. I just want to check the hospital bills if it's worth it. I didn't want a lot of T5s to go in the hospital. I wanted more T4 to go in the hospital, but have some T5s in the march to empower the march. And then I used Guan with Alexander, and as the fourth march I went with Nevsky and Saladin, and this was the combination. You also saw the support skill that I have used. Now to show you my crystal tech, because I'm pretty sure people are asking about the crystal tech, and regarding the crystal tech I'm going to do an updated version once pass 7 is gonna open, or before the pass 7 is going to open, because I have spent all the pop-ups on the crystal tech and a silver chest on the mountain warfare, because with the silver chest on the mountain warfare I was able to get the bounty of the ancients. So this is how far I am in the crystal tech. I got all this to 7. I can still do the skillful operation, and the attack formation is at 7 out of 10. I still have the crystal quest to get to max, which I'm definitely going to get a lot of crystals from that. And there is the Karak, the hard mode of Karak, which gives quite a lot of crystals if I remember correct. I've also done two videos regarding the Karak. Plus I have a plethora of Kahars the Hidden to do. So my march speed is at 7 out of 10. I can unlock the 6th march, but I didn't do it because I don't have enough T4 to do more than 4 marches. Special medicine 7 out of 10. Troops capacity at 8%, going for 11. A little bit of improved morale, 1.5% damage, and a little bit of special medicine as well. So my tech will be pretty significant before the level 7 pass open, but as I said, updated video regarding just the crystal tech will come a little bit later on. I'm not gonna go through my reports and show you the trades that I got, but I just want to show that I was also swarmed, because this was the full purpose. I just wanted to get a little bit of swarm, but also not get super bad trades. I just want to see the hospital bills. So just to show you an example on this one, from all my tier 4 and tier 5 troops, as you notice, 10,400 tier 4 went in the hospital, while 529 tier 5. So the ratio for the T5 is very small. Let's see if there is some more impactful hits over here. So I got 5,800. So if I go on the troops, 5,500 is tier 4, 400 and something is tier 5. This is my Nebu and YSG, and let's see how this one went. 6,000 tier 4, while 344 were tier 5. And there is various more reports that I can show you, but I just want to show you a couple of them just so you can understand the idea of going with tier 4 and tier 5 troops. You want to empower the march with tier 5, but in the same time you don't want to get T5 in the hospital of not too many. So here I got 17,500 of tier 4 in the hospital and only 1,270 of the T5 troops. Another example here, 9,100 of the tier 4, 385 of the T5. 17,000 went tier 4 in the hospital and 2,600 went T5 in the hospital. So the ratio here is much higher for the T5s, and my best guess is because I was being hit for very hard and very strong. So that might be the only way you could possibly get a little bit of T5 in the hospital when you're being hit very strong. For example, maybe if a Nevsky would swarm other than a Scipio and Honda, or maybe they were hitting me for quite a while, but there is a 434 march over there, so I think is pretty hard hitting versus a 253 march. Now that you've seen a couple of reports, I need to show you how I have done, because what I showed you, I just want to show you the bad reports, like when you are swarmed. I didn't want to show you when I'm doing good, because when I'm doing good, I'm not really getting a lot of severely wounded. So going on to the mightiest governor, I'm rank 79. All these tests have been done today, so I wanted to check exactly the points that I will get throughout the kill event. So you're noticing 5.5 million. Now if we judge by the T5, that's 270,000 T5 severely wounded that I gave them. Now let's see how well I have done with my hospital bills. But first, I need to show you I used a 5% attack buff, I used a 25% army capacity, and I used a legendary skin with 5% skill damage that has minus 10% infantry health. So I just want to go with the usual. I didn't want to use rune, I didn't want to use 50% expansion, 10% buff. I just want to go with something regular, that what usual players would do, presumably, just to see how impactful will that be on my hospital bills and on my trades. If you really want to see amazing trades with this setup, I'm gonna do this when the pass 7 is going to open. If we are gonna defend or not, I'm not 100% sure what we are doing for now, but if we are defending, I'm definitely gonna be there, and I'm definitely going to field fight, and the marches that I will be used will be similar to what I showed you at the beginning of the video, and it will be with mix of tier 4 and tier 5, because as you notice, my resources are very scarce. So I want to make sure that I get some really good trades, hospital bills versus kill wise. Now going into my hospital, you notice the amount of troops that I have in the hospital. I have done something which it was a slight mistake from my part. I had 2,923, I guess, so I'm just gonna round it up, 3,000 T5 archers in the hospital. Because we have the buff, I just started to heal the hospital, and that's the only troops that I managed to heal. It was the 3,000 T5 archers. Because if I show you on the tier 4 troops, there is 34,000 tier 4 troops, and it's missing the 3,000 T5 archers that I just healed. So those are the only ones. Now if we put all together, 200 and let's say 50,000 hospital, 25,000 or close to 25,000 T5 troops in hospital out of 250,000, which kind of makes it a 10% troops went into the hospital. But my marches were not going down all the way, so I retreated all my marches in time, and I've refreshed, because I didn't care to keep my marches dying. I cared about trades, so I was always careful to keep refreshing. When they were on yellow, I was retreating and I was refreshing. So from the entire hospital bill, 10% are in T5s and the rest of them are in T4, and you're noticing the cost already. Now if I eliminate the T5s, it's just a couple of million of gold, just a couple of million of the other ones. So in my opinion, it is highly worth it to do a mix using some tier 5 with your tier 4 troops to empower the march a little bit, while also keeping your hospital bills very reduced. Going back on the marches that I have done, I used 20-25% of T5 from the total march capacity. Now, someone told me on my previous video, which I'll make sure to post cards on the top, the T4 versus T5, it's told me that I should use around 33% T5s. Now I wanted to try with a little bit less than 33%. I just wanted to go like 20-25%. I will try with the 33% as well, but I fear that if I put more T5s into the march, I might get more T5s into the hospital. And to be very honest, with only 20-25% T5s, I'm pretty happy with the results. I'm okay on a full hospital if I have to heal, let's say, 60-70,000 T5s, because presumably when you have a 700k hospital to heal, 10% will be T5s, and that would be about 70,000. So I'm okay of healing 70,000 T5 from a 700k hospital of tier 4 and just get better trades on the field. Because as I explained already and I showed you the kills, I got 270k T5 severely wounded to them, while my hospital bill is 250k all around. So basically it's even better than 1-on-1 ratio. And like I said, I didn't want to be as careful as possible, because I want to see how the hospital is feeling, so I just let them swarm me a little bit. As a second part of this video, I want to show you a couple of reports of Zenobia and Flavius in garrison, and this is how they have done, just in case you want to see some real KVK action. Zenobia and Flavius with full infantry in garrison. So it is pretty devastating having a proper garrison with everything set up, all the right buffs. Going on to the troops buff, this is Pakal and Harald. This is what they used. They had the 30% defense, attack and defense. We used Belisarius and Martel's counterattack. It would have been better, since the garrison was not swarmed, to use the Leonidas buff, but Dolmir said that he doesn't have it. It's just at level 1, so he definitely cannot put that one in garrison. But in this situation, it would have been better than the counterattack. The counterattack is good when it's swarmed. This is another report they done with Gilgamesh and Ramses. I don't think that went very well either, and he also used a wrong buff. He put infantry buff on this rally, and if you're wondering about his base stats, that's 15 health and 4 defense. That's very solid. This is against an XY and Nevsky, and on this report the flag went down. The position of the flag is very bad because there's only 2 cities around the flag, which makes the reinforcements very hard. So they got a pretty decent trade on this one. I mean, much better trade than the previous reports. He doesn't have only the base defense and the base health, +8 and +8, but I guess that's enough. He used very good skills on this one. That's Minamoto, Warlord and Belisarius. And the flag was also swarmed, probably after it went low. I'm not sure if it was this one when they had archers, because I know one of the reports someone had a little bit of archers, or it was just infantry. Oh yeah, there you go. There is a little bit of cabs on this one. So because there is those little bit of cabs, there was a infantry from Zenobia that was not working. But still, overall, a pretty decent trade from Zenobia and Flavius. Even on the swarm, it done pretty decent all the way down. And this is another report where the garrison was properly reinforced on this one, and they used an XY and Nevsky. Let's go on the troops buff. He used attack and warlord, so pretty decent skills. Let's see, the cav health is pretty good, attack and defense. Cavalry base health +12, base defense +3. So if the garrison is reinforced, in my opinion, Zenobia and Flavius, they can trade positive, even way better than positive, against any other rally composition. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. This is your boy Legend Ronnie signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.